Good evening. An update on the Otwell Charter School. A Hayesville sirens are currently being updated, and an inform you don't want to miss, but of course, your local stories, sports, and weather are all coming up here on the 18 WJTS News. This is the 18 WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. As a result of the testing of emergency weather sirens across DuBois County yesterday, officials with the DuBois County Emergency Management Agency found that the siren in Hayesville is currently not in service. EMA Director Tammy Humpert says that due to this threat of severe weather in DuBois County today, she and Hayesville Fire Chief John Furman are encouraging all residents of Hayesville to be aware of the problem and to verify that their same weather radios have fresh batteries and are ready to notify residents of any severe weather coming to the area. Also, they encourage that all citizens of DuBois County to do the same, as the sirens in the county are put in place as backup to notify residents of threatening weather that is approaching. She says that sirens are not to replace your own notification process, such as an NOAA weather radio. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the DuBois County EMA office at 812-482-2202. A traffic stop on Jasper's north side ended with the arrest of a Daviess County man on drug charges early this morning. At 1:15 this morning, an officer with the Jasper Police Department pulled over a vehicle driven by 49-year-old Arthur Miller of Washington at the intersection of 35th and Newton Street for having a non-functioning taillight. Police later determined that Miller was driving on a suspended license. While doing an inventory check of the vehicle before it was towed from the scene, police discovered marijuana and paraphernalia inside the vehicle. Miller was taken to and booked into the DuBois County Security Center on charges of possession of marijuana and possession of paraphernalia. A Daviess County woman was arrested on theft charges after she was caught shoplifting at the Jasper Walmart store on the city's north side. Just before 2 p.m. yesterday, Jasper police were called to the Supercenter by the store's assistant protection team after 31-year-old Ashley Hibbert of Washington was believed to have left the store with a cart full of items that were not paid for. Police say that once approached by assist control members, Hibbert fled on foot, leaving the cart. She was later found by police in the store's parking lot. She was then taken into custody and transported to the DuBois County Security Center, where she will be charged for theft. Police say that she had a variety of items in her cart with a total value of $643.23. A Jasper man was taken into custody early Saturday morning on a warrant from the DuBois County Circuit Court, charging him with multiple felonies. Authorities say that charges levied against 27-year-old Jared Wilms of Jasper as a result of the warrant stem from an incident that took place Thursday night in Jasper that finds him facing a level 3 felony count of burglary resulting in moderate bodily injury, a level 6 felony count of battery with moderate bodily injury and residential entry, plus misdemeanor counts of criminal trespassing, inference with reporting a crime, and criminal mischief. Around 10:15 Thursday night, officers with the Jasper Police Department learned of a possible domestic incident where he was accused to have struck a former girlfriend multiple times after gaining entry into her residence through a back window in the kitchen. Police allege that he refused to leave when ordered to do so, and at one point taking the victim's cell phone and keeping it from her. Damage that led to the criminal mischief charged included a broken wooden chair in the living room, a dent in the drywall near the resident's front door, and a broken passenger side mirror of the victim's car. Police say that the victim's young children were also home at the time of the incident. Wilms has fled on foot by the time officers arrived and was not located Thursday night. Police documented that the victim's injuries and secured a warrant for his arrest on Friday. At 1 o'clock Saturday morning, Jasper police and deputies with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department located Wilms in Jasper and took him into custody. During his arrest, police allegedly found him in possession of a clear plastic bag that was containing marijuana. In addition to the charges of the warrant, he was also charged with a misdemeanor count of marijuana possession. Wilms was booked into the DuBois County Security Center. Sentencing was handed down for a Posey County man's involvement in a May 2013 armed robbery that took place in a Dale pharmacy. 29-year-old Jacob Byers of Mount Vernon was arrested May 18, 2013 in Knoxville, Tennessee by the Knoxville Police Department and the U.S. Marshals Service, who caught him at nighttime hotel raid that followed a wild afternoon pursuit in the city that left several people hurt. Just before 5 p.m. May 18th, an officer with the Knoxville Department stopped a car that Byers was driving for a registration violation. When the officer began to question Byers because the identification he presented did not resemble him, he fled. Police say that Byers kept going after his vehicle struck another car, and a 7-year-old passenger in the car suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was taken by ambulance to a Knoxville Children's Hospital. A second wreck occurred when Byers ran a red light and his vehicle struck a third car. Knoxville police say that the adult driver and a 5-year-old passenger were taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries after that incident. The officer later found Byers' car disabled and unoccupied on a sidewalk. After 8:15 that evening, Knoxville police assisted members of the U.S. Marshals Smoky Mountain Fugitive Task Force in a raid at a Motel 6 in Knoxville, where Byers was taken into custody on the Spencer County robbery warrant. Byers told officers he fled earlier in the day because of the outstanding warrant. Byers was convicted and sentenced in Tennessee on a felony charge of evading arrest before being transported back to Indiana to face local charges. Byers entered a guilty plea pursuant to an agreement on November 13, 2015. He was sentenced Friday to an executed prison sentence of 13.5 years for the Class B felony offense of armed robbery. Spencer County Prosecutor Dan Wilkinson says that the case clearly illustrated the secondary effects the prescription drug abuse epidemic has on communities. He says oftentimes thefts, burglaries, and robberies are committed by individuals who have become addicted to prescription pain medications so severely that they commit other crimes in an attempt to satisfy the addiction. Wilkinson says in this case, Byers had a significant criminal history in addition to threatening with a firearm that justified the lengthy prison sentence that he received. The Friends of Otwell Elementary have opened a waiting list for the charter school that the group plans to establish in the fall of this year. The group formed in the summer of 2015 after the Pike County School Corporation announced that Otwell Elementary will close at the end of this school year. The group plans to keep a school in Otwell, and so far it is on track. Friends of Otwell Elementary members are waiting to hear if Ball State University will authorize the charter school and should receive notification by early April. Group President Mike Houch anticipates an authorization from Ball State. The charter school would be located on Otwell Community Center property. The group wants to get an idea of how many students will attend the charter school, which will be called Otwell Miller Academy, and is asking interested parents to place their children on the wait list. The list can be found at www.docs.google.com/forms. Make sure to keep it right here because up next we're going to take a look at your weather summary.